you are what your culture has given you. It has come from, not only from, just from you. It is what you have inherited from your ancestors. It is what you have inherited from your country. And also today, there is an intermixture of cultures from various other streams, from various other people. There is interaction between, because the world is no more a small well, it's a big ocean. People are interacting between various countries, various people, and therefore you try to imbibe what is good in them. In India, we have inherited a very rich culture from our ancestors. Our culture is much based on spirituality. Spirituality is the backbone of our country. In reality, if you go into depth, spirituality is the backbone of every human being. But we fail to understand that today. In India, at least in our structure, we are giving much importance to the spiritual education, which we are trying to impart to the children. Education is very necessary. The fundamental core of education is educare, what we term as educare. There is a difference between education and educare. Education is for living. Educare is for life. Today, very sadly, education has become a begging bowl to get a job. Children and many people feel that you go to an institute to learn, to push in information into your head, to cramp knowledge into your head, and this knowledge is used as an instrument to get a good job. But it has not polished a man. Educare, on the contrary, is not from outside. Educare is trying to tap the wealth that is already existing in a man. Education tries to look outside. Educare is what you try to look inside. So educare helps a man to tap his inherent qualities and be useful to the society. It removes the quality of selfishness. Here a man tries to see how he can be useful to the society, because my master has always used to say, you get from the society, you have to give back to the society. It is not just one way. Today we are looking mostly at trying to imbibe what books can give, but not what the inner strength can give. The whole strength is inside. That is what we teach our children. It is slightly different from religion. We teach our children to become more spiritual. Religion, no doubt, is a little more ritualistic in nature. Spirituality teaches you to understand the relationship between you and nature. Understand the relationship between you and the people around you. And we always have been teaching them that treat everybody alike. There is no difference in reality. The difference is only in your outlook. Everybody, we believe in that spiritual thing that everybody, we are the children of God. And based on that, our children get enormous strength. And this has paved their life into a very beautiful way. Good institutions have come up. Children who have completed our institutions have taken up very noble tasks in their life. They have gone on to do a lot of social activities, social services. They have started the people who are contributing for the building of schools and colleges where free education is given. Where education is given not from the books. Bookish education, what we call as the secular education, it is obviously there. That is also important. Educated man, we say there is our language, our fundamental language, our basic language in India has been Sanskrit. Vidya dadati vinayam. Vidya, knowledge, gives vinayam, humility. Vinayati ati patratvam. From humility you get deservedness. Patratvat dhanamapnoti. With that deservedness you earn money. Money is no doubt important. Dhanata dharmam tataha sukham. With that money you have to do dharmam, charity. You have to take care of those who are less fortunate. That is what we are sowing the seeds for tomorrow. We are not worried about today. We are sowing the seeds for tomorrow. Because only education or educare based on such principles will lay the foundation for a better tomorrow. The children of today are the leaders of tomorrow. So merely cramping the head with some bookish knowledge will not make a country strong. In order to make the country strong, we have to groom the flowers that are blooming today and ensure that these plants grow up into huge trees, giving shade and shelter to others. That is where the strength comes, the inner strength. Look inside. We are very particular about discipline. Without discipline, nothing is possible in life. We give this discipline right from childhood, from a very young age, to understand, to be more sensitive to other people's needs. That is when we are focused on. Education is from outside. Education is already, educare is already inside you. The inner strength. Today children are less confident. We try to inculcate this self-confidence in them. That don't try to look outside. The whole strength is inside you. It is not overconfidence. Overconfidence is ego. Confidence in self is very important. They should understand this. Children are getting astray because there is a lot of glamour in this world. Instead of looking that, they should understand that yes, I can do. That God has given me that strength. The whole intelligence is inside. The whole library is inside. So we train our children to do a lot of things on yoga, meditation, and help them to grow into better children. The main thing is educare helps children to be more sympathetic, compassionate, loving and forgiving to the society, and they contribute a lot to the society in that way. Educare gives you that happiness, because people tend to think that happiness is in things. Happiness are not in material things. It is a state of being. You cannot say, I want to be happy. If you say, I want to be happy, that means right now you are not happy. You are planning to be happy. You are happiness. It is only in a state of mind. I always used to give that example to my children. Once I asked a person, what is your favorite non-alcoholic drink? He said, cacao. He said, if I offer you 1 glass of cacao, will you be happy? He said, yes. 2? Fine. 3? Okay. 4? Difficult. Have it. 5? I think very difficult. I'll give you $10. Have it. He decided to have it. 6. Not possible. Try it harder. I'll give you some more money. Okay. 7. 8. Even if you kill me, I won't have. Why? It's your favorite drink. Why can't you have it? You love it, no? The one that you loved 5 minutes ago, you soon start disliking after some time. So real happiness is not in things. It is a state of mind. You think that thing will give you happy if you have it. But in reality, it may not give you any happiness. It may appear to give you some happiness. Happiness is when you help others. For example, there is a blind man standing on the road. He wants to cross the road. There is nobody. You just go across, give him a hand. help him across. He just tells you a word of thanks and moves on. You stand there, you feel a very strange form of happiness inside you. Nobody has given you money. Why do you feel happy? Where does that happiness come from? Did you buy it? Did the man give you? No. It is inside you. The wealth is inside you. The whole strength is inside you. When you start concentrating on that wealth inside you, you'll be able to tap it. You know, there is a joke about a man who put his specs on his head, glass, and he was searching for it all over. We are all sitting on a chest full of treasures, and we are searching for the treasure. We do not know where to look for it. We are hunting for the treasure. Go and ask any man in this world, do you want to be unhappy? He says, no, I want to be happy. If you are happy, nobody comes and asks you why you are happy. But if you sit and cry, people will come. Are you okay? Why are you sad? Why is that? Because to be unhappy is unusual. Happiness is our inner nature. If you are happy and laughing and cheerful, he's happy. But if you are sad, people will ask you, why are you sad? Why are you crying? Why are you upset? You seem tensed. That is because to be unhappy is not our nature. We have to understand all these basic concepts, because then only you will be able to grow. Spirituality is not a dogma, it is a science. But the question may arise, can you prove the existence of this truth? Some people call this truth as God. Some people call it Allah. Some people call it Krishna. Some people call it Jesus. It is the truth. Buddha never spoke about God. Buddha always spoke about the existence of a truth. Can you prove the existence of this truth in the laboratory? Yes, I can. But not in your laboratory. Not in your physics or chemistry laboratory. Not with the help of your microscope or telescope or your test tubes or your chemical acids or bases. It can be proven in a different laboratory with different tools. Which laboratory? Inside. Our children have grown so compassionate. We sow the seeds of compassion in them. We make them understand that your duty is to help others. I'm not sure whether you have heard the name of Swami Vivekananda. He was a very great and a famous spiritual leader of our country. He always used to say, he alone lives who lives for others. The rest are more dead than alive. So here again, when you try to help others, you should be judicious. You should be intelligent in your approach. You have to identify those areas in the society which needs maximum help. My master has been very particular about it. He has identified those areas. First is education. Education must confer humility. That is what educare gives. Humility. Be humble. Learn to respect elders. It has become a big problem in many colleges, many universities, not only in your country, even in our country, in many countries in the world. Lack of respect for elders. Lack of respect for parents. Lack of respect for teachers. This is disastrous. Children fail to understand one very important thing in life, that they too will grow old one day. Old age is not very far. Young blood makes them speak a lot of things which they don't even know what they are speaking. It is not their fault. It is the fault of elders. We educationists, we do not know how to groom our children. That is our main fault. We feel that bookish education will give them everything. That by getting a good job, a fat salary, a beautiful house, an expensive car, a big bank balance will make you happy. It can never make you happy. You may think you are happy, but it is the root cause of many other problems. Morality is very important. My master always used to say, morality comes and grows. Education should not be for living. It should be for life. That is why he termed it as educare. The word care itself tells you how important it is. When you say you love somebody, you care for that person. Educare teaches you to be more sensitive to the needs of the society, more compassionate, more forgiving, more embracing in nature. You should not be tolerant toward others. You should learn to embrace others. If I say I am tolerant towards you, the word tolerance is not very positive. I should understand you and I should have the heart to embrace you. That is beautiful. That is what we teach our children. Self-confidence, motivation. The two things in life. That you are here. You are born as a human being. In our customs and tradition, we believe that to take birth as a human being is very rare. It's a very rare birth. Having born as a human being, you should live like a human being. What is the use of getting educated, then going about and killing each other, hurting each other? Does education teach you to hurt others? Does any religion teach you to hurt others? Once somebody asked me that, don't you think, Ravi, because of religion there is so many problems? I said, no. Because of lack of understanding. Lack of proper understanding of religion. That is very important. If you, for example, my master always used to give a very beautiful example of a knife. A lady uses a knife in the kitchen to cut vegetables, to cut fruits. A surgeon in the hospital uses a knife to do operation, to remove the ulcer or tumor. But a thief, a terrorist may use a knife to kill people. Is it the fault of the knife? It is the fault of the individual, how he looks at it. We are looking at the whole thing from a wrong way. There is a joke. A person was sitting on a table trying to solve a puzzle for many hours together. He was thinking hard how to solve that puzzle, jigsaw puzzle. It was not fitting in. Suddenly a friend of his came inside and he said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Hey, I'm trying to solve this puzzle for 4 hours. I'm not able to." He said, "My dear brother, you are looking at it from the wrong way. Come this side and see on the other side of the table. When you look at it from the other end of the table, wow, correct. We are like frogs in the well." My master always used to give a very wonderful example. There was a man who lived in a village. He was very poor and the village was also very small. He had only a bullock cart. He had 2 bullocks and a cart to take him from one place to another. And he said, and he felt that his cart was the best means of transport in the world. He had never come out of his village. He did not know any other means of transport. After some time, the village developed into a small town. After it developed into a small town, people started bringing in bicycles. He looked at the bicycles. Wow. Besides my bullock cart, there is another means of transport, a bicycle. Soon it developed further. People brought in bikes, scooters, cars came in, and he was very, very surprised to see that there are other means of transport faster than his, better than his, more comfortable than his. Then in the course of time, when the village developed into a town, the town developed into a city. When it developed into a city, trains, railway tracks were put. Airports were built. Planes started flying. He was shocked. When he started traveling in buses and cars and trains and planes, he understood the value of those modes of transport. So we are like frogs in the well. Many people think my religion is the best. Others are wrong. In education, in any form of education, in life, it's very detrimental, dangerous to have such an attitude. I know everything. What I do not know is not worth knowing. It's not only detrimental, it is dangerous. One should be open for learning. I'm a teacher. I approach a very open mind when I come to my classroom. My relationship with my children are very warm and cordial. But I'm strict. Where I have to be strict, I'm strict. Where I have to be lenient and give them concession, I give them concession. There cannot be any concession when it comes to discipline. Without discipline, you cannot do anything in life. Even a lady who does her work in the kitchen, cooks food, there has to be some methodology. A child learns its subjects, there has to be some methodology. A painter does some painting work, there is some methodology. That has to be inside. That is what we try to nurture and grow. And I, as a teacher, always take an open-minded attitude. Humility. When I do not know a thing, I say openly, children, I do not know. So what happens is, their respect for me grows. Be humble. Say, sorry, I do not know. So what? That requires courage. That educare gives you. There are people who are very educated. They have done their master's degree, they have done their PhD, but they lack humility. My master always used to tell, the tree which is full of fruits, heavy, it always bows down. You take the life of really, truly great people, they have always been humble. Take the life of our leader of our country, the father of our nation, Mahatma Gandhi. He had always been a very humble man. Humility is the hallmark of great personalities. Only they say, no, empty vessels make the most noise. Deep waters always run in silent majesty. You have to be deep waters. Educare teaches you to be humble, to be attentive to what others are saying. Be open-minded. Welcome their suggestions. Sit across the table. Discuss it in a brotherly way. and chalk out a plan for the welfare of the society. That is what I tell my children. Be patient. Patience, patience, patience. Purity, perseverance. My master always used to talk about these 3 P's. Patience, purity, perseverance. You have to be perseverant. You have to be focused in life. You cannot do things in a haphazard way. But again, always having that strength, faith in that strength inside you. Yes, I can. Yes, I will. Not out of arrogance. That is what is not necessary in our lives. There are some children who have completed from our colleges. Today they are working in the society. They are earning money. Not everybody becomes a teacher. They have got their own line to choose. And many of them are in top positions in various companies in the field of, let us say, information and technology, in automobile industry or some other business they are doing. But those seeds that were sown in their heart when they were students, today it has grown up into big trees and is giving the fruits. What have they done? I'll give you a real example. They have adopted around 8 villages where we are living. We are living in a state called Karnataka. It is in southern part of India. And these children go about identifying good students, small children, and give them free education. They take care of their medical facilities, they take care of their stationaries, they take care of their clothings. They teach the village people to be clean and tidy. How important is hygiene? We teach them. We teach them to be self-dependent by trying to do small work. We teach them the values of having a peaceful and a happy family life. Small family and a happy family. Because family relationship is very important. This also we try to propagate in the villages. Because when there is cordial relation between husband and wife, the children today are very observant. They see how father and mother are related. They imbibe such good qualities from them. And later on, they tend to replicate what they have learnt in their childhood. We have adopted such 8 villages. We are giving, in many villages, my master has given free drinking water facilities to 700 villages, more than 700 villages. This is what Educare gives you. To be more compassionate. Oh, I am having water. I am not bothered about what others are having. I am comfortable. That is not the attitude. You live for others. You are concerned about the welfare of the society on the whole. The government is very happy that we have come up with such plans. This we take the children there, we show it to them. It is not just theory, my children. It is practical application. It is not classroom education alone. We take them. Even before joining this institution, whenever I used to interact with the children, let us say on their birthday, for example, instead of trying to buy things only for yourself, if somebody gives you money, your father gives you, your uncle gives you, try to buy some gift for a child who does not have parents. Try to buy a gift, a small gift for an old person who does not have children. We take them to the old age homes. Make them see how old people are living alone. We tell them, you should not desert your parents when they are old. See, because you will also become old one day. As you sow, so you reap. So what you do today, life is like a boomerang. You throw it, it will come back to you. When it will come back, how it will come back, how it will hit you, with what force it will hit you, you do not know. You cannot sow the seeds of a bitter fruit and expect to reap the harvest of something sweet. Do good, not theory, practically. We show it to them. This is number one. Number two, my master has built hospitals. Yes, people who have grown up in this culture of educare. Educare is not only we teach to the children, we share it with elders also. Because they have to groom their children. If parents are bankrupt, how will they give it to the children? Your son comes and asks you, Daddy, give me 20 euros. You don't have 20 euros at home. You say, tomorrow morning I'll go to the bank, withdraw money, 20 euros, and I'll give you. You go to the bank the next day morning, withdraw 20 euros. You were able to withdraw money because you had deposited money in your account. Similarly, there is a spiritual account. If you do not deposit good qualities yourself, what will you give it to your children? You have got nothing to give because parents are bankrupt. Parents should not be bankrupt for values. Values are very important in life. My master always used to say, sow a thought, reap an action. Sow an action, reap a habit. Sow a habit, reap a character. Sow a character, reap a destiny. Character is extremely important. The fundamental aim of educare is to reap a beautiful character. What is character? Character is doing the right thing always is character. Today it is very difficult at times. One day I was traveling in my car. It was late night. My son was a small boy, 6 years old or 7 years old. He was sitting behind in the car. It was almost 12:30, 1 o'clock at night. We went around, we were coming back. He was still not asleep, strange. As we came near our house, it was in Moscow, there was red light. I stopped the car. He looked around and he said, Papa, why did you stop the car? I said, look out and see. He saw it was red light. It is red light. Then he said, Papa, there are no pedestrians on the road. Why don't you drive? I said, no, my son, it is wrong. If there is a red light, whether they are pedestrians or not, I have to stop. Even if it is in the morning or even at late night, if a red light shows that I have to stop, means I have to stop. Don't you think a red light asks us to stop? Yes, Papa, red light, when we see red light, we must stop. Correct. But there is nobody there on the road, but still I have to stop. That might not be a policeman watching you. Still you have to stop because that is what is right. And doing the right thing always is character. So we teach all these things even to parents so that they practice. When parents practice, children observe. And children today are computer babies. They are not the children of 1960s and 1970s. They are very sharp. They are observant. So my master always used to say, before you teach, practice. Practice, 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 practice. Your character should be exceptional. Only then children will respect you. Children are very sharp. You will go and tell your child, did you brush your teeth before going to bed? He will not brush teeth unless and until you also brush your teeth. Papa is not brushing. Why should I brush my teeth? You cannot have one rule for yourself and one rule for your child, because the child will not respect you. Children love me because I tell them you have to work diligently, and I do my work diligently. Because excellence in work is yoga. We talk about yoga. India is a country of yoga. Yoga is not doing just physical exercise. That is yoga. That is also yoga. Actual word of yoga means union. Union with what? Union of yourself with your inner self. That strength. Excellence in work is yoga. Whatever you do it excellently. Why? God is watching, He will punish me? No. Papa is watching, He will punish me? No. Your school teacher is watching and he'll punish you? No. You have to do right things because you have to do right things. No argument on that. Your duty as a student, you have to study. You have to study not because the teacher will punish you if you don't study. No. Don't be afraid of the punishment alone. Your focus has to be do your duty well. And in order to do all these things, the fundamental of educare is love. Love, love, love. What sort of love? Unconditional love. It might appear an utopia in today's context, but it is not. The moment you try to understand and become sensitive to the needs of others, the question of selfishness doesn't arise at all. And that has to be injected into a human being, not when he is 80 years old, but when he is a small boy. That is if you want to change the society, you have to change the children. In order to change the children, first you have to change yourself. So everything begins from here, from inside. I have to change. Only when my cultural bank, spiritual bank is rich, I can give it to others. Love is the fundamental thing that is required. My master always used to say about duty. Duty without love is deplorable. In India, we consider being respectful to our parents as our duty. To take care of our parents when they are old is our duty. But if you do this duty without any love in your heart, it is deplorable. It is not acceptable. Duty with love is acceptable. It is human. But love without the sense of duty, you do it just out of love, not because it is your duty. I might help a man on the street. It's not my duty, but I do it out of love. And when we do that with love, anything that we do with love, anything that you do is saturated with love, is divine. That is spirituality. Spirituality does not consist in attending temples and churches. I go to church every Sunday. I go to temple every day. That is not spirituality. When your heart is not, there is no love in your heart, you come outside the temple and you again behave like an unruly man. Is that spirituality? Spirituality is to feel for others. Spirituality is to be compassionate to others. Your heart should be soaked in love. It should be like a sponge, soaked in love. What can I do? My master always says, there are two important things for a bird, for wings. The two wings is unconditional love and selfless service to the society. These are the two important wings. With one wing, a bird cannot fly. It needs both the wings. Similarly, for man, the two hands are unconditional love and selfless service. We teach this practically. Unconditional love is slightly theoretical. Selfless service is totally practical. Converting that theory into practice is all about spirituality. And understanding, when you live your life like that, you will understand there is no difference between you and me. I help you not because I expect something from you, not even gratitude. I help you because that is my nature to help you. My master gives a very beautiful story. There was a man. In India, you know, you must have heard about the river Ganga. It is considered to be a very holy river. People take bath in that river, and in the morning they take water in their hands and mentally offer it to God. One day, a saint, a sage, was standing in the water. He lifted standing in the river till waist deep water. He lifted water in his hands and he was offering it to God, when he suddenly saw a scorpion. He wanted to save the scorpion. So he quickly put it on the shore. The moment he tried to put it on the shore, it bit him, it stung him. He let go of the scorpion. Again the scorpion fell into the water. Again he picked it up. Again he tried to put it back into the shore. It again stung him. Again he left the hand. Again it fell into the water. Again he lifted it and tried to save it. Each time he tried to save it, it bit the man. And finally he was able to put the scorpion on the shore. His student was watching. And he said, "Master, you were trying to help the scorpion. Don't you think it is foolish? It was trying to bite you every time." He said, "My child, this country has always taught you human values. You are a human being. Your duty is to help. Its nature is to stay. Your nature is to help. It's doing its work. You do your work. My nature is to help others. My nature is to be loving to others. There are difficult times when people are harsh with you. They don't understand your love. Doesn't matter. Don't be upset. Don't be crestfallen. Don't give up. Because remember, the happiness is not outside. It is a state of being. You cannot want to be happy. If you want to be happy, you are not happy now. So we are trying to inculcate such thing, not just theoretically. Children go out of the way to go and help people by being gentle, loving, kind. Talk less. One of the fundamental rules of etiquette. When you talk too much, children all the time they are talking. Ask them to sit 5 minutes quietly, they cannot. Because when you are quiet, you get lot of energy. When you are quiet, your memory power increases. Children don't do well in their exams. Why? Talking all the time. Dissipating energy. They do not know many things because they are very attracted towards this glamorous world. I met a small boy recently in my trip, 17 years. He listens to all sorts of rap, hard metal. He's telling me, "Uncle, I'm very dejected with my life." 17-year-old boy is telling dejected with his life. What life have you seen? Your whole life is ahead of you now. You have not even finished 20% of your life. And you are so dejected with your life. I said, why? I do not know. I feel depressed. I don't feel like studying. I said, what is wrong? What is troubling you? I do not know. Then I slowly started asking him, what are his habits? He has the habit of listening to all depressing songs. What happens when you listen to such songs? These songs, you think that you're just listening. It goes right inside you, into your subconscious level. You might not be even aware of it, but it goes there and gets registered. Every sound has got a vibration. Every vibration produces some effect, positive effect or negative effect. That's why we say, don't use bad words. Why? Those bad words have negative vibration. These negative vibrations create negative energy. This negative energy will hurt you. Why did our parents say, don't mix with bad boys? Always be in good company. Every country says that. No father or mother will say, go and mix with bad children. They will always say, be with good children. Why? Because what you talk, what you think, these are all energies. And these energies, if they do not carry positive vibrations, they will hurt you. When I told him in a scientific way that this is physics, sound carries vibration. These vibrations are hurting you, my son. Don't do it. I always address them, all my children, whomever I meet, I always address them as my son, my child, my daughter. So what happens is, they come to me. My master always used to say, each and every one of you is a magnet. Each and every one of you is a magnet. Only thing is, today this magnet is covered with dust and dirt. That is why it is not attracting people. Clean it. Once the dirt is removed, the magnet will be ready to attract everybody. So where do we start? From myself. I have to prepare myself. I have to clean myself. Before teaching, I have to prepare myself because the children are observant. We have audio visual slides and presentations in the class, we use them. But practically, one day I was going, very simple example I'll give you. One day I was going with my children. A small squirrel lay wounded, it was there. It was a bit dark. All the children were going, I saw the squirrel and I stopped them. They said, what sir, what has happened? I said, hang on. I gently took it in my hand. I caressed it. We had some water, we gave some water to it, and I gently put it aside. My children are telling me, sir, you are so sensitive. You have to be. Because when they see that you are sensitive, they will learn to be sensitive. If you just preach from here, be sensitive, do good, it will have no effect. Zero effect. Practice first. When you practice, you can give it to the parents. You make them practice. Stop fighting at home. Difference of opinion can be there between husband and wife. That is in every family. But it should not get into a third world war. Children are observing. Children are observing. If you want your country, your society to be happy, give it to the children. They are the leaders of tomorrow. They are the future of your country. But before you give it to them, your bank should be full. If you are bankrupt, what can you give? So we have to start the educare with elders. Let there be silence in the family. Let there be calmness in the family. Let there be peace and prosperity in the family. Give good values. Children are seeing TV today. All sorts of crap and vulgar movies. What will they learn? They will only imbibe negative trends. Be practical. I'm not asking anybody to get up in the morning and read some holy books. No, you do that if you want to. But when you do your work, be disciplined, be systematic, be compassionate, be loving, be sensitive to other people's needs. Not only people, with animals, plants, everything. You see a plant is broken, just don't kick it and go. Because it is a public. Just lift it gently. People are observing. Children are observing. Make way for elders. You are sitting in a bus, an elderly person comes, please get up and give way. Sir, please sit down, sir. Please sit down, ma'am. This will come only when we are practicing it. No use blaming children. So that is how we practically teach children, not just theory. Theory will not help. And values, these are the values that we are important. Value-based education, value-based education, value-based education, truth, right conduct, peace, non-violence, love. For everything, the base, the fundamental is unconditional love and selfless service to the society. You take from the society, education. You give back to the society, service. Today, these students who have completed, do you know? They have contributed, not only students, people all over the globe. People all over the globe have contributed money for the construction of hospitals where surgeries are being done free of cost. My master has built 3 such hospitals. 4 more are coming. There will be 7 such hospitals which will be doing surgeries free of cost. One of the most important field of surgery is heart, especially for children. In India, it is very important. 4 more hospitals are likely to come. And free surgeries are being done. Maybe in Lithuania, you get free surgeries, free medical facilities. In India, in the city, a heart surgery will cost you around $4,000 to $5,000. And people who do not have the money and their child is suffering from a heart problem, for them it is a blessing. This is what my master taught. This is what my master has been teaching. Live for others. So people, not only individuals like me, there are people who are working in top positions, they are contributing money. Some people who are in high positions, they are contributing money. Others are doing physical work. Some are doing physical work in the hospitals. People like me are encouraging the younger generation to take examples. See, we took our children to these hospitals and we made them speak to the parents of the children who got operated. Talk to them, my children. See how happy they are. Do you know why they are happy? Because God has given us that wisdom and a heart to help them and give life to their children. Tomorrow when that child will grow up, we have planted that seed. in the heart of the mother. We have planted the seed. The child is too small to understand. The mother will keep on telling, you are living today because that institution helped you. They did free service. You also do that. This is like a relay race. You pass on the baton to the next person, and when you pass it on, you pass only goodness. In order to pass on that value, you should have values. And you should be strong. My master always used to say, I want to give you a diamond in your hand, but are your hands strong to catch it and carry it and give it to the next person? First, you make your hands strong. That is number one. Number two, make your heart broad. Because if I give you the diamond, you should not keep it to yourself. You should give it to somebody else. Because only when your hand is empty, I can give you more. Don't keep it to yourself. Pass it on. Give it. He gives such a beautiful... My master is a genius in that. He always says, look at the trees. They are giving fruits. Are the trees eating the fruits? An apple tree gives apples to others. An orange tree gives oranges to others. It doesn't eat itself. Look at the river. It gives water to others. Does it drink itself? No. Look at the cow. It gives milk to others. Does it drink itself? It gives it to its calf or to human beings. It doesn't drink himself. Why is man so selfish? I should be comfortable. I should be happy. I should have everything. I. That is why the world is in a bad shape. The world does not lack good schools. What the world is lacking is educare. Education is enough. Lots of engineering colleges, medical colleges, law colleges, all over the world. India has got wonderful engineering colleges, wonderful medical colleges. Very difficult to even get an entry into such colleges. Very tough entrance exam. That is not what we are needing. Again, as I told you, the man was looking at the puzzle from the wrong side. He has to come to the other end of the table and see the puzzle from that side. Then he will understand where the mistake lies. The mistake is inside us, sir, not outside. My master gives another story. There was a king. He was sick. Many physicians, doctors came and checked him. They did not understand what was happening with him. Then one day, a holy saint came to that city. He said, Your Majesty, what is your problem? The Majesty told all his problems. He checked the pulse. It was okay. Then he said, Don't worry. I will tell you a solution. Very easy. Make sure whatever you see has to be green. Whatever you see has to be green. That's all. If you do that, you will get well. Saying this, the saint left. After many months, the saint again came back. And he was shocked to see that the king had painted the whole city green. The saint asked the king, Sir, how are you? The Majesty said, I'm fine. You told me whatever I see must be green. I painted the whole city green. The saint said, Sir, what have you done? Instead of painting the whole city green, you could have put green glasses. You would have seen everything green. Change your vision, and the world would be a better place. Don't find fault with others. Find fault with your own self. Lot of things. I keep on telling my children, I have to grow. I have to grow first. If you are blind, how can you help me? first you must learn to correct your vision. First you learn to see. You are blind. How can you help me? How can you lead me? You cannot lead me. That is what we are doing. Unfortunately, parents are blind. Teachers are blind. They do not know which way to go. They think by giving more technical information, computer, this is also a computer. If you give more information to it, they think, oh, this man will become a happy man. Happiness is not again in things. It is a state of being. You can buy a cot. You can buy a very good mattress, soft mattress to sleep. But you cannot buy sleep. You can buy medicines. But you cannot buy health. You can buy entertainment. But you cannot buy love. People love me because my master has told me to love all. People come to me, love me. I came to this country. After a long time, I've been to Vilnius long ago. I came to this country. Honestly speaking, I'm seeing all of them for the first time. So much of love. I want nothing. I always tell my children, when you came into this world, you came empty-handed. You will go empty-handed. When you came into this world, did you bring your Mercedes Benz, your farmhouse, your bank balance? You came alone? You'll go alone. You came naked? You'll go naked. What will come with you? Only your good deeds. You sow the seed of love today, you may not live to see the seed grow into a sapling, into a tree. Doesn't matter. You have sown the seeds. You have finished your work. You go. The next man will come with a big heart. He will pour water. He will go. The next man will come. He will put some fertilizers. He will go. The next man will come, put a fence around it to make sure that no stray animals eat it. When it is a small plant, we have to take care of it. When it becomes a big tree, it will take care of us. It will give shade. It will give shelter to others. That should be our aim. To sow the seeds, water them, give them sunshine, make them grow into strong trees. You know what is a banyan tree? You have seen a banyan tree? It's a huge tree. We want such children. We want the youth to wake up. We want the youth to rise. And for that, we have to make ourselves ready so that we can give this wealth to them. That is very important. If we are poor, we cannot give them anything. Poor means not financially, spiritually. Spiritually, we have to be rich. If we are rich, we'll always be happy, content. Content. How many bread can you eat? At that time, you can have only one bowl of soup. Your stomach needs so much food every day. That's all. Your body needs one place to sleep. That's all. Your body needs one cloth to wear. That's all. Why do you want more? You think it is going to make you happy? It will never make you happy. I have seen people getting transformed in front of me. They were wolves. Not wolves, they were tigers to pounce on me. Be patient. Self-confidence. Confidence in the truth that is inside you. Because you can never extinguish the flame of truth. Try however hard you want. You may think you have been successful, but that spark is always there. You may pour sand on the fire. You may pour water on the fire. You may think that you have extinguished it, but if you look beneath, there is always a small spark, and that spark is enough to create a bonfire. Swami Vivekananda always used to say, give me a handful of lions and I will change the world. My master always used to say, 1 teaspoon of cow's milk is better than 100 barrels of donkey's milk. That one spark is enough to create a fire. That guts, that energy, yes, I can do. I am able to see children coming with me. I am able to see people coming with me. It is not with me, it is not with Ravi, it is not with this individual, but it is with understanding the truth. They are learning to look inside and realize that the whole power is inside them. When you are confident about it, that confidence acts as a sheath, bulletproof sheath. Even if people throw stones at you, shoot at you, that confidence, that truth will protect you all the time. Come what may. It will help you to face lots of tsunamis and earthquakes. Nothing will happen to you because you are always comfortable. You are always at peace. You are always happy. Your happiness doesn't get disturbed because somebody calls you bad names. Poor fellow. I'll give you a very good example from my own life. I was traveling with my father somewhere. I had wonderful parents, amazing parents. That was a gift given by God to me. I always used to tell my master, I prayed to God to give me good parents, but He sent me angels. Amazing parents. One day I had come back home from my holidays and I was going with my father. So a person came. I do not know who he was. He started talking to my father, then he started raising his voice. Then he started shouting at my father. Then he started using foul language. I got very angry. I was around 25, 26 years old at that time. I got very angry. Young boy, full of hot blood. I almost went to hit him. My father said, no, Ravi. That's all. For me, the word of my parents are final. No, Ravi. That's all. After that, I didn't go. I just kept quiet, but I was fuming from within. The man after my father kept quiet. He was talking in a very soft voice, as if nothing had happened. Gently he was talking to him. Then after some time, the man went away. I said, Papa, how could you be so calm and quiet? He said, my child, that man is ignorant. He has not grown yet. He is yet to grow. Physically he has grown, but mentally he is still in kindergarten. Poor fellow, don't get angry with him. But if you also get angry, then what is the difference between you and him? If you are my son, if you are a truly educated person, be calm. The hallmark of a truly educated person is his reflection of calmness and his wisdom. Wisdom is very important. We lack that. Not knowledge, wisdom. Wisdom is what is necessary. Today, schools and colleges are not giving wisdom. They are just giving information. My master used to say, there are 3 types of teachers. one type of teacher who come to the class and give information. They will write all information on the board and give all information to children. That is first type of teacher. Second type of teachers are those who try to explain. The first type of teachers are not interested whether you understood or not understood. Their duty is they have to come and give the information to you and receive their salary every month. The second type of teachers explain. They take the trouble to explain to you. Even if you don't understand, they'll come and explain it to you. But the third type of teachers are those who encourage you, who charge you with positivity, who inspire you. Teachers have to be like that. Parents have to be like that. My father was a man. He was not a father just who gave me clothes and education and shelter. He inspired my thoughts. My mother inspired my thoughts. My way of thinking changed because I had such wonderful parents. So from where did I get that culture? Coming back to your first question, from them. It has to come from here. It is already there. Magnet. It is already there. It has to be cleaned. You don't have to go to a Maxima and buy it. You cannot go to Maxima and say, give me courage, give me love, give me compassion. Maxima cannot give you that. No college can give you. Harvard University cannot give you that. It is already there. You have to wake up. You are sleeping. Don't sleep. Wake up. Clean that magnet. The moment you clean that magnet, everybody will come to you. Even animals. You will be very surprised. Even animals will be drawn towards you. I once went to somebody's house. They had a very ferocious dog. My friend already warned me, oh, be careful of the dog, Ravi. I said, don't worry. The moment I went inside, it came charging against me. I did not move. I sat down on the floor and kept on lovingly looking at the dog with a smile on my face. It calmed down. It came near me. It sniffed me and started licking me. There is only one weapon we have today in this world. The weapon of unconditional love. With that weapon, we have to do unconditional service. When we do that, I promise you, it will take time. Don't expect results overnight. You cannot plant a seed today and have the fruit tomorrow. A woman, if she conceives today, she needs 9 months to deliver the baby. Everything needs its time. Be patient. But again, one man cannot do it. We all have to do it together like a family. Join hands. Teachers of every country must unite. Art and music. My master has built a separate institute for music where children are learning. He is planning to build one more institute where children will be groomed. In our institute, in our school, children are taught the art of music. There are teachers who groom them, who teach them violin, the Indian instrument tabla, the Indian instrument mridangam, which you play like this, the Indian instrument veena, which you play like this, because all these are classical music. And every classical music, whether it be Western classical music or Indian classical music has healing power. Whether it be Beethoven or Mozart or whether it be Tchaikovsky, or whether it be Indian classical musicians. In India, there are two main streams of Indian classical music. The North Indian classical music is known as Hindustani. The South Indian classical music is known as Carnatic. In the eastern part, it is known as Rabindra Sangeet. All of them have got tremendous healing power. They heal a person not only at the physical level, but at the innermost level. It brings you peace. Once there is peace, that means you are getting healed. We are teaching our children vocal, singing, and instrumental. Children are being trained in dance, classical dance. Dance also is there. Lot of classical dances are there. Children are being trained on that, right from a small age. Then children are being trained in sports. Because my master always used to say, not bookish education. Bookish education will help you to get a job. All-round education should be there. So, we have not yet started on painting, but we have identified artists. Maybe in the course of time, we'll see, to teach painting and this thing. But other forms of art like singing, instrumental music, dance, all these are being taught to the children. So they are very qualified in it. And we have a gentleman from Greece who plays on a number of instruments. He is now guiding the children not only on Indian instrument, but on even Western classical instruments. Because we feel that this whole world is one family. There is nothing called Western and Eastern. It is just in our mind. Whatever be the instruments, and I have seen him. His name is Dimitros. He is playing the instrument. He has played instrument with our Indian famous singers, along with his instrument, Western. Very beautiful. So what does it show? It shows that music is music. It doesn't matter whether an Eastern guy plays or a Western guy plays. It is music is for the soul. Because when we give that, children grow. And there are certain in Sanskrit we have what we call as chantings, mantras. Each of them carry tremendous potential in healing. We teach the children all those things and make them chant them. Because chanting that, first of all, at the individual level, there is healing. Then, around, there is positive vibration. Within the school, within the hostel, around the campus, then this thing spreads, creating positive vibrations everywhere. Not only the children chant, whenever people come to our campus, whether they be from India or from abroad, they get together and chant such mantras or shlokas from the Sanskrit scriptural texts. It's really beautiful. They create tremendous positive vibrations. Children live in those positive vibrations. Children live in those positive vibrations and grow into very beautiful babies. These music teachers, for example, teachers who are well versed in all those things, they sit with the children, give them an opportunity, talk to them, find out their depth of interest. Some children, you know what happens? They are also learning, I also will want to learn. He may not have real interest in it. We try to tap the potential, give them opportunity. And if we see that there is talent, because the eyes of the teacher are the best. I am not a musician. So the eyes of the teachers and the musicians are arts teachers are very good. They have a ear for music. They can immediately tap and find out who the right candidate is and help and nurture that into a better thing. And we give them lots of opportunities to do public performances. When they do public performances in front of a large gathering, they gain that confidence. And it helps them to grow in turn and gives them that what we call as the boost, the vitamin to develop their talent, polish their talent, and grow into a better person. Not everywhere like that the education for girls and boys are different. There are co-education schools where the boys and girls study together. But my master has always given the importance of keeping the girls separated from boys. He is of the opinion that at a tender age, when you need to groom and make your character strong, you should not be misled with the glamours of this world. The mind is of such a nature. The mind has to be made very strong and calm. The root cause of all problems is a turbulent mind. My master always used to joke and say, the mind is like a mad monkey. Not just a monkey, but a mad monkey. It cannot sit in one place 5 minutes. Even if you physically sit, it will travel all around the world and come back. It will go to America, it will go to Switzerland, it will go to Norway, it will go to Australia, it will go to India and come back to you. You are sitting here, but it will travel all around the world. It cannot sit in one place for 5 minutes. That is its nature. So this, we help them to calm the mind without any distractions. As I told you, excellence in work is yoga. What is your work now? To study. Study well. Focus on your studies. If you have a talent of music, for music, grow. If you have a talent for sports, grow. If you have any other talent, tell us. We'll help you to nurture those talents. But now, character molding, doing the right thing always is character. This is not the age to get distracted. Whole life is ahead of you. When you grow up, if you want to get married, please get married. But right now, your focus should be education. Educare. Character building, end of education is character. Character is extremely important. It has to be impeccable. Only when your character is good, the flame, the spark inside you will grow into a flame. Only if it becomes a flame can other people follow you. You can help them. When your flame is already dead, how can you help others? So these are very, very small things, but very crucial things. We are focused on character building. We are focused on strengthening the character of an individual, which is the ultimate aim of education, which includes a lot of things like humility, compassion, patience, purity, perseverance, sensitivity, feeling for others, helping attitude. It is all mine. No? Give. I really would be very happy if teachers, at least to start with in Lithuania, because we are having it in Lithuania, come forward to find out ways how we can improve the moral structure, the value-based education in Lithuania. I'm sure no teacher will want a child to be bad. No mother will want a child to be bad. It's natural. They may want it, but they may not know how to go about it. No, every teacher wants their children to be disciplined. There is no teacher who wants their child to be indisciplined. Every mother wants their son to be a decent boy. My master always used to say, you must live your life like that, because when you grow up, when you go out into the world, looking at you, people will know what sort of parents you had. If your son does tomorrow something wonderful, courageous, and gets a medal, in reality you are getting that medal. Won't you be happy? How happy you will be that my son has done something very good. Maybe he has saved somebody's life in the society from an accident, and the government is giving him a medal for bravery. Good job. How happy you will feel. Why? Because your son has got good qualities. Those good qualities have fetched you a good name. And as a father, you will feel, I'm so happy, I have done my work. But at the same time, if he gets a bad name, you will feel so ashamed. You will not know where to hide your face. Everybody will say, oh, that boy's father. Oh my God, how painful it will be for you. That is very important. To be very loving and helpful to others and get a good name to yourself, for your parents, for your school, for the society, for your country, for the mankind at large. We are actually one. We are being selfish, that's all. My master always used to say, stars are many, sky is one. Nations are many, earth is one. Jewelry, different types of jewelry is many, gold is one. Religions are many, God is one. And there is only one religion, religion of love. And in front of that religion, the whole mankind can unite. Love. Every religion teaches love. It is misinterpretation of religion that is leading into all these problems. No, did Jesus ever teach to kill others? Show me one word of Jesus where he says, go and kill other people. Or of Muhammad, or from Vedas, or from Upanishads, from Hinduism. Be good.